So I wasn't able to receive abundantly if what I was telling myself was that of lack, that I was missing something, that I didn't have enough of something, that I wasn't enough.
Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharaj, a former NBA Toronto Raptors dancer turned ICF accredited spiritual life coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Star Seed Academy coach training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Words of Wisdom. I'm so grateful to have you here today. Before we dive into it today, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I am going to be committing to doing weekly episodes for you, so be sure to subscribe and download so you get notified when the next episode will be released. I'll also be doing some live trainings on my Instagram page, so if you're not already following, be sure to go over at Goddess of Wisdom Coach. And if you've been following my podcast and if it's been resonating with you, please screenshot it and share it so that other people could learn about it, but also tag me in it at Goddess of Wisdom Coach and let me know what really spoke to you today, and I'll be happy to share that with everyone as well. So today, what I want to talk to you about is going to help you achieve your impossible, take you one step closer to achieving your impossible. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how to achieve the impossible. And in other words, what that means, that part of you that says, I'm possible, or it's possible. Whatever your soul's desire is, whether it's building a life and business of freedom, consistent income, or attracting and working with aligned clients, that's what I'm here to show you and to make the path easier for you. And know that the desires in your heart, it is possible. So I'm always going to be giving you something that's going to bring you closer into that and integrate that truth. And if you can take one insight and put that into action today, you are one step closer. If not, you're already there. So that's my intention for you today. So the topic today is about receiving your desires, how to receive. Now, receiving is a kind of weird topic because people think, of course, I want to receive what it is I want. But I notice there is a lot of struggle around actually receiving what it is that you want. So I'm going to go into what it means to actually receive. Why wouldn't you want to receive? What to do if you're not receiving? How to receive. We're going to go through a quick exercise, a visualization, so that you can start allowing and receiving what it is that you want and that you've been working for. So stick with me, and I hope you enjoy this episode. What does it mean to receive? So to receive means to, way I feel it, is be opened arms and allow the thing that you're working for to show up. One of my favorite quotes, which also happens to be the title of Gary M. Douglas's book, Money Isn't the Problem, You Are. What it really means is money isn't the problem, or your desire isn't the problem. Your ability to receive is. So I always remind myself of that. The thing that you want, the money, the clients, the job, the opportunities, the partner, it is already done. It has already been done. It is already there. What is blocking it is you lining up and matching it energetically, and your ability to receive that signal and that ability to line up to the frequency of the thing that you want. Now, to receive, you're probably asking, well, why wouldn't I want to receive it? Right? I'm doing all of the work, and I see this all the time with my clients and coaches that I work with, that they're doing all of the work. They're trying to check off the list. They're doing the mindset work. They're taking action. They're looking at the strategy. They're doing. They're working their hardest to bring their desires into fruition, but it's not showing up. And then if I bring up the topic of receiving, the automatic response is like, well, yeah, why wouldn't I want to receive it? Like, of course I want to receive it. When I ask, how open are you to receiving it? Of course I want to receive it, right? It's the most logical answer, because no one wants that obviously block what it is that they want. But here are the things that block receiving. Thinking things need to be perfect before you can receive. To think that you need to be enough, that things need to be enough, that you need to heal in order to receive, that you need to increase your worthiness, you need to get more certifications, you need to have a perfect business, a perfect website in order to receive. You need to be better in your skills as a coach in order to receive. And of course, those things as a standalone are important. I'm not negating any of that. I'm just trying to bring it back into balance. Because obviously, if you're doing, that's not the only part of the equation in order to receive. If you are just going after one certification in order to receive, you're not going to receive either. So it is obviously a mix of the doing, of the thinking, of the feeling, and of the being. And that's what it comes down to, is receiving is ultimately about being who you are being. And when you connect to the core of you, who you are at the core, you realize there's no question about receiving. You receive with ease. You are that. You are the thing that you want, and you line up to that. But the problem is we don't allow ourselves to be who we are at our core often, or long enough. So what if you were perfect the way you are? What if you were innately worthy, which you are? What if you didn't have to heal everything that came up in order to receive? What if the work you have done to this point is enough to receive? Do you get where I'm going here? What are all the things you've been telling yourself that needs to be in place before you can receive? How is that serving you? How is that blocking you? Because again, I'm going to reiterate, it's not to say you just sit there and just pray to the universe and God and angels to, okay, make it fall in my lap, make it happen, right? That's part of the equation. Yes, I do believe in the spiritual component and connecting to source and God and the higher powers, the creative energy behind it all. I do believe that is an important part of the equation. But this is about bringing it all into balance, and that we often block our own receiving because of some false belief or narrative or lie we're telling ourselves, and that's what's blocking our receiving. I remember thinking when I first started my coaching business that if I got my certification and I hired a business coach and I did this marketing course, then I will have all the things in place in order to receive my clients, in order to receive X amount of income that I wanted at that time for my monthly income. And guess what happened? I did all those things. I checked it all off the box, right? Checked off that checklist there. And yes, clients were coming in, like they were trickling in slowly, but it wasn't to the level that I had expected and also what I had put my faith in those programs. Side note, I still have complete faith, obviously, in coaching and investing in yourself and hiring the right support for yourself. But my point in saying that is that I put all my power outside of me and based my receiving based on accomplishing something outside of me, such as another coach, another program, another certification, that things would be perfect. And once I have this, then I'll be perfect. Then I'll be allowed to receive. Then I will be deserving to receive. Then I'll be able to receive the clients, the money, the opportunities. But that was a lie. And the response and the result of that totally matched the truth that I was holding, the belief, i.e. the lie, I was telling myself for the longest time. The results were matching that. The results was matching my inner reality and my beliefs. And the story I was telling myself. I got some clients coming in early on, but it wasn't at that soul satisfying, at an abundant level. There's no way it came in at an abundant level if my belief system didn't support that, because my beliefs are based on lack, not abundance. My inner reality was based on lack. So I wasn't able to receive abundantly if what I was telling myself was that of lack, that I was missing something, that I didn't have enough of something, that I wasn't enough. I wasn't deeply connected to the truth of who I am at my core. And when you connect to your true being, who you are at the core, when you connect to your power, you will know that you are so worthy. You are abundant. You just be. You just have this knowing. There's no convincing, and there's no lack, and there's no needing or wanting of more. And when you can connect to that truth and vibrate at that truth and turn on the radio station at that truth, you will notice more coming to you from a steady, grounded space. And what you emit, you permit. So if you tune in to your core frequency, which is of worthiness, of truth, of just being, a solid knowing in your being. We're going to take you through an exercise shortly to really help you really understand this. When you tune in and turn up the dial on that truth, you send out this frequency, this broadcast that sends out these signals, and therefore you receive more of that matches that frequency. You receive more truth, more abundance, more worthiness, more of who you be at the core. Now, what is it like to receive? Perhaps you're wondering. You've received some things. I'm pretty sure you have, is why you're listening to this. We can always tune into that. We can always tweak that and strengthen our ability to receive. Now, one of my favorite examples of receiving comes from Access Bars, from Shannon O'Hara and Gary M. Douglas, who are part of Access Bars, Access Consciousness, which I'm a facilitator for. Now, what is it like to receive? Now, think about the sun, okay? When you step outside and the sun is glowing brightly, there's not a cloud in the sky, what do you do when you see or feel the sun? You just absorb it. You just allow it onto you. You just take it all in, right? And I'm in Canada, so anytime we have sun, we're pure Canadians. Like, it could be like 10 degrees out and we're out in flip-flops and shorts, right? The point is, it's like receiving the sun. That's how effortless it should be to receive the money, the clients, your desires. Stepping out and receiving the sun, allowing it to shine on your face, on your skin, right? So let's practice your receiving. So just get comfortable and close your eyes if you like. If you are obviously doing something else or driving, just bookmark this and come back to it later. So closing your eyes and just take a few deep breaths just to connect to yourself. Now bring to your awareness a core desire, a soul desire that you have in your field right now. Is it a money goal, a business goal, a personal goal, or desire? So bring that up to the forefront. Just set that intention there. And just put that to the side for a moment. And now, imagine stepping outside and it's a bright sunny day. And you receive the warmth of the sun. You admire the beauty of the sun. It just feels different around you. The energy in the air. So imagine, see, feel it. The sun just laying over you and touching every part of your body. And you're just receiving the sun. And notice how easy and simple that is, and how that feels to receive the sun. Now imagine in the same path of the sun is your desire. Allow your desire to come forth. And imagine, see it, feel it, intend it to be so. You receiving your desire in the same path as the sun, as if it was the sun. And notice what is happening to your being and what comes up. What's the experience in your mind, in your body, in your heart, in your energy field when you receive your desire? Become aware of that. And don't judge it, just observe it. And whatever comes up, just allow it to be so. And allow it to inform you, perhaps, what needs some clearing and releasing. And what will it take for you to receive your desire? What will it take for you to fully receive your desire with ease? And allow that to permeate your mind, your heart, your body, your energy field. And you can come back and practice this at any time. Just imagine the sun and stepping outside and receiving the sun. And then also stepping outside and receiving your desire, whatever that shall be. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. I would love to know what came up for you. And those questions that I just took you through is available on my site, goddessofwisdom.ca, under the podcast tab. And we have all the reflection questions, and we'll take you through that meditation again. So be sure to check it out there. And it's just nice to go back and journal what came up. One thing I want you to pay attention to in that is what came up when you were receiving your desire. What came up in your being, in your body, what showed up. Because that's often the thing that is blocking your desire. You're thinking you need to up your worthiness, you need to do more, that you're not worthy, that you're not enough. That right there is what's blocking your receiving. And that right there is a pure lie. You are worthy, you are whole, you are complete, you are enough. It is enough. Everything is enough. It is just waiting for you to receive and to line up to energetically, vibrationally. I really hope this resonated with you in some way. I invite you to reflect what was your biggest insight from today's episode and what this is inspiring you to do next in order to move forward with receiving your desires. That's it today for me. I really hope you enjoyed that. My last words of wisdom I would like to leave with you is that you are worthy of receiving. You are meant to receive. All of the things that you wants you. It is waiting for you to line up to it. And it literally is a choice to receive and some tuning of the vibration to receive. And that life and business of freedom and flow is meant for you. Or whatever your desire is, it is meant for you. I'm so grateful for you to be here today and spend your time and energy with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you so much love and gratitude.